Today we're doing a guitar lesson for Temple of the Dog. The name of the song is Times of Trouble. The guitar is going to be in standard tuning, which is going to be a low E. That's an E. An A, D, a G, B, and the high E. Alright, so as usual, I'm going to go ahead and play the whole song through, and we'll do a breakdown afterwards. Here we go. Alright, that's pretty much how you play it, give or take. The first thing I do is I do and it doesn't matter how you do it, if you want to slide or you just want to do a hammer-on, either way. I go from the first fret on the low E string to the third fret, so an F to a G. And then once I do the hammer-on to the third fret, I'll hit the open G string. It's not an exact science on how he plays it in the song Stone Gossard, but I do hear a little bit every once in a while. I hear a little bit of like he's playing up and then down. So he'll do like an up, while on the G he'll hit the open D string. And the A. It's very lightly, but he'll hit the D and the A and the third fret, and then he'll down pick or on the first fret of the low E string. He won't on this one. I don't hear him playing the A open anymore. He just plays the D, the open D, and the F, while the G is still ringing the whole time. So what I mean by that is G is still ringing, but he played those other two little variations. Sometimes I don't hear him do it. He just plays it. He just plays it straight like that, and he doesn't have any sort of dissonance. But a couple times I'll hear him do it like. So it's up to you if you want to do that. doesn't really make or break the song, and that is that's the whole verse riff right there. The next part of the song is, I guess if you want to call it a chorus. Well, excuse me, before you go into the chorus, the piano or the guitar, I'm not sure, is playing like an F. It's kind of like an F, just a F. If you want to make it a full F major bar chord, you can, but I just hear the F power chord, which is just the first fret on the low E string, the third fret on the A string, and the third fret on the D string. And he'll do that to break the verse up and before going into the chorus riff. So the chorus riff is going to be a C chord, just a regular C chord. So that's the third fret on the A string, second fret on the D, open G, and first fret on the B, and of course in a high E, open high E string. But he doesn't really play that open high string first. You know, he doesn't really play it right off the bat. He'll play the G, and variation. He'll put his finger on the third fret of the B string, and then he'll hit the open E string. Slide that thing. Slide this entire position over 2 frets to the D string, to the D note, which is on the 5th fret of the A string. And on this one, I'm not hitting the high E string. I'm just hitting the 4 inside strings. That one is he's still doing the same thing, 1st fret to 3rd fret to a high open high E, but the rhythm's a little bit different this time around. It's a little bit he gets to that high E a little bit faster. Versus the first time is it's the first time, that's the second time. Next chord is just a regular E minor chord. If you'd like to add a little bit of, I guess a little bit of voicing to the chord, extra voicing, you can play this high G right here on the 3rd fret of the high E string. But again, I don't hear him playing this high G right off the bat. He'll hit the top 5 strings, and he'll do an up pick and a down pick and another up pick with that high G being played. Back to a C chord. So it loops that a few times. And then the last part of it, he goes to a C, and he goes to that F, but the F being played just the 1st fret of the low E string, not playing the A string, playing the open D and the open G string. Then he goes back into the verse. Again, for the verse riff, sometimes I hear him playing, he'll do that hammer-on, but instead of playing the high G, he'll play the D instead, the open D. And mainly, I hear him doing that when Chris Cornell is actually singing. I hear him kind of playing the D, because I guess it gets in the way of the vocal less when he plays that note. Okay, so the next part... I almost forgot. Going back into the verse, he's going to do a... it's up to you if you want to slide into this fret or not. This is the 2nd fret on the A string. That's the 2nd fret, 3rd fret of the low E string, and then the 1st fret of the low E string. And he doesn't let them ring into each other. right, so the next riff is going to be it's after the chorus riff, and it's going to be an E minor. This is going to be an F sharp with the open D and the open G. This is basically a G. This is half of a G chord. You don't play the full G chord. You just kind of play the top 4 strings. You're going to do a hammer on from the open A string to the 2nd fret of the A string. You're going to go to an A chord, an A major chord. You're playing that. You're getting that 4th in there, which is going to be a D. It's that 3rd fret on the B string. So that's going to sound like. Off after the G, it goes to that F again with the F and the open D and open G, and then into the end of the song. And then the very end of it, I just hear. It just plays the bottom 3 strings, which is going to be an open G, 3rd fret on the B string, and 3rd fret on the high E string. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.